Hey guys, it's Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Hey, look, have you ever thought about what are the top proactive steps to mitigate failure in the next financial pandemic? For those of you that haven't been thinking that way, maybe you should. If you lost everything, what would you do? Let's get started. My agenda today, we're going to talk about diverse income streams. We're going to talk about build emergency savings, invest in marketable skills. We're going to talk about maintain a conservative budget, stay informed and adaptive, seek professional financial advice, and foster a resilient networks. So, what are my recent thoughts? I was thinking and I said, hey, look, um, in light of the potential for future financial pandemics, sort of in a kind like COVID-19 crisis, which we went through in the last 3 to 4 years, here are some of the top 7 proactive steps individuals or organizations can take to mitigate those failures. So, what am I saying? First thing, you need to diversify your income, buddy. Hey, relying solely on one job or one source of income leaves you as an individual vulnerable to job loss during an economic downturn. How many people do we know that lost a job during the pandemic? Diversifying income streams through side hustles. Yeah, that means something other than your job and investments, whether it be real estate or your actual investments that you invest in your stocks, bonds, or any other type of investment, or multiple job skills can provide stability during times of crisis. You could even become an affiliate for some of these companies out here, which would give you a income stream. Build an emergency savings. I like to say that it's get a life happens account. Establish an emergency fund capable of covering living expenses for at least 6 months can buffer against sudden job loss. These savings accounts or this savings can act as a financial cushion, allowing you as the individual to navigate through periods of unemployment through facing severe financial strain. Now, look, people, I have clients that have lost their jobs, and these people make 6 figures. And if they hadn't had their stuff together, they would be in a world of hurt. But because they were proactive, this is not a hard time for them. So, what do we mean? We talk about having an ace up your sleeve. Having an ace up your sleeve means that you're able to invest in marketable skills. Now, what do I mean by that? Mike, what are you talking about? Continuous learning and development of marketable skills increases employability and adaptability in changing job markets. What I like to say, learners are earners. Investing in education, certificates or certifications, and training programs equips individuals with the tools needed to remain competitive and secure employment during economic downturns. See, one thing I do know is this, it's going to happen again. And some of you conspiracy theory people think that the government had something to do with this. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But what I do know is this, if you don't have a plan, you plan on failing. You need to be getting as much knowledge as possible. Guess what? Knowledge is something that people can't take away from you. They can take your job away from you. They can take a lot of things from you. They can steal from you, but they can't take the knowledge you have from you. So keep that in mind. Maintain a conservative budget. Look, I'm just going to tell you like Nike says, just do it. Because here's the thing, adopting a conservative budget approach by living below one's means and prioritizing essential expenses ensures your financial resilience during lean times. Guess what, people? You better prepare for lack because it will come. If you think about ants work all year long and they store up for the winter when they can't come out. You need to think like the ant. Don't be a sluggard. Cutting discretionary spending and avoiding unnecessary debt accumulation can safeguard against financial hardship during periods of economic uncertainty. Now, I like to say it like this, and some of you are going to get offended. When America gets a cold, minorities or people who make a certain amount of money get pneumonia. So that doesn't mean just minorities. That could be anybody. It doesn't matter your race, your color, your creed, your ethnic group. If you have not put money away and you have not saved properly with a life happens fund, and you don't operate off of a budget and you live paycheck to paycheck, I'm talking to you. So let's talking about staying informed. Let's stay informed and adaptive. What does that mean? Stay alert, stay alive. Remaining informed about economic trends, policies, changes, and industry developments allows you as the individual to anticipate and prepare for potential financial crisis. Guess what, people? People actually thought that this was something that could never happen to them. But I bet you that the government knew about it. I bet you that they had an idea that the pandemic was coming. And I bet you that the administration that was in office at that time wanted to keep it a secret because it would have allowed mass pandemonium. I bet you. I don't have any proof, but I bet you. It's hard for me to believe that one of the most powerful countries in the world didn't have a clue about this thing happening. And there's probably some reports out there. And you can't blame the president, you can't blame everybody, but you can blame some of it on yourself because you weren't prepared. Regardless of who we vote for, they shouldn't have the final say on how you live your financial life. Being adaptive to market fluctuations or fluctuations, and willing to adjust investment strategies, career paths, or business models can help navigate through challenging economic environments. Now, we've had the PPP loans, we've had the ERC, we've had a bunch of things where the government has tried to help people that have been affected by the pandemic. But what I want you to think about is, what did you do for yourself to stay alert, to stay alive? See, I'm going to say to you that if you are waiting on the government to take care of you, you are sadly mistaken. Seek professional financial advice. I'm just going to say get advice. And I'm not talking about your uncle or your cousin, nobody that's not licensed, that's not a financial advisor, not an insurance agent, not a financial professional, a person at the bank. I don't care where you go, get some daggone advice. Consulting with a financial advisor, such as the financial first responder, or professionals can provide personalized guidance on wealth management, investment strategies, and risk mitigation tactics. Now, this is the way you got to look at this, people. If you're going to your mom and dad and they're not in the financial arena and you're asking them for financial advice, you're either going to do half as good as they are or half as bad. You're never going to be equal to them. Leveraging expert advice helps individuals make informed decisions tailored to their financial goals and circumstances, reducing the likelihood of failure during a financial downturn or downturns. So, what I'm saying to you is I don't know where you need to get help, but get help from somebody. Now, fostering resilient networks. It's your life, people. You need to be building and nurturing supportive networks of your families, friends, mentors, professional contacts, which creates a safety net during times of crisis. So let me give you an example. In the old days, what people would do is they would actually go on hunts together and they would share the meat. Now, fast forward that, they would actually own farms together. They would work together. They would have vegetables and they would sell some and they would share with each other. We've gotten to the point in our communities where you got yours and I got mine and we don't care about anybody but ourselves. Hey, If you don't have a deep freezer in your house, you're wrong. If you don't try to fulfill your, or let's not say fulfill, if you don't shop in bulk, you're wrong. I know people like to go to the shopping centers or to the grocery stores on a weekly basis. How did that work for you during the pandemic? It didn't work. People were out of toilet paper, they were out of hand sanitizer, they were out of cleaning supplies, they were out of meat, they were out of eggs, they were out of bread. Oh, it was crazy. I remember my wife going out and shopping, and she would tell me about the lines. And when I was with her, I would look at the lines, and people would have a bunch of toilet paper and hardly any food. Most people are not hunters. Most of you can't go out and kill anything, clean it, and eat it, unless you're from the country. So, what I'm saying to you is these relationships provide emotional support, valuable insight, and potential opportunities for collaboration and assistance during a financial hardship. Now, why would I say that you need to have your family around? We've gotten to the point in some of our communities, we live so far from our relatives, if we needed help, we couldn't get help. And then some of you are not friendly at all. You don't have any friends, and it's all about you. This is for you. You need to find you some networks. Now, for my final thought, here we go. By being proactively implementing these steps, and individuals and organizations can enhance their resilience and mitigate the risk of failure in the face of future financial pandemics or recessions, such as those explained during the COVID-19 crisis. Now, there's a link below. If you want to get some financial advice, click the link below, take the 11 questions, and I'll follow up with you. But if you like this channel and like what I was telling you, and you didn't like, and you did like the fact that I wasn't telling you a lie, but telling you the truth, click and subscribe, like, share, send it out to some people. This is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. I appreciate your time, and God bless, and take heed to the top 7 mistakes that people make.